Welcome back, everybody. It's Wednesday in a flash. As well, in a flash, a little larger of one or longer of one. It's October the 28th. November bearing down on us in just a few days on Sunday. Also bearing down on us weather-wise, showers over my shoulder, and they're getting closer. And this time last evening, I was telling you about the potential for up to 2 inches of rainfall by the end of tomorrow and early Friday. I'll have your latest update in just a few moments, which also includes a killing freeze, the first one. That's all it takes to get those flowers you're still holding on to if you are. But that's in our forecast as well. So a lot to talk about weather-wise, a lot to talk about COVID-19-wise. Again, that is the life that we now live. I'm actually and have been working on some non-COVID stories, some other news. I may or may not have some of that ready for you this evening. Bear with me. It's still in the computer, and I hope maybe have some of that together. But we do have a lot to talk about concerning the pandemic, which also includes more or additional cases in our local nursing home, the Sagersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. We'll have that for you in more detail. State numbers are continuing to escalate and go up. We'll have that as well and some other COVID-19 related news. I've got one thing before a quick break, and that's a reminder that the Transportation Cabinet and a lot of other agencies ask us to do every year. And while it is in Kentucky, in eastern Kentucky certainly, a caution year-round, well, the rut is almost on, and that means that deer sightings and crossings and collisions will be even more frequent, of course, than they are year-round, with the beautiful colors of autumn, as well deer crossing, encountering our roadways. So please be aware, from October through December, the most deer-related accidents of the entire year. You've got less daylight. Remember, fall back this Saturday night. We're going to lose an hour of daylight, as much as I hate to remind you of that. And the cooler temperatures, of course, starts to bring on the rut. And with 900,000 deer roaming the hills of Kentucky, we have about 3,000 deer-related collisions each year. The best word of advice from experts and anyone who has hit a deer numerous times, some of us, when you see one, don't swerve. Don't slam on the brakes. Try to slow down, remain in control. Take your lights off bright. Give them a chance to see. And it is, in most accounts, better to hit the animal than to hit something else like an oncoming car or tree off to the side of the roadway. I'll be right back. Local COVID updates are next.
This house for sale in Dixie of Sagersville represents a rare opportunity to have the home of your dreams on a premier lot that is well over a half acre in size. It has 4 bedrooms and original wood floors throughout and has been in the same family since 1950. And it's move-in ready with the AC units and furnace just serviced, and it's also a perfect blank slate to remodel to your liking, making it an excellent investment and equity opportunity. It also has an unfinished basement and is steps from the Ramey Park and downtown Sagersville. And it's now on the market for the first time in 70 years for $147,500. Serious inquiries only can be made by calling 606-349-3699.
Your state representative in the 92nd District is John Blanton, and in the last 4 years, he's been working hard. He's secured over $130 million for the district. In McGoffin County, he continued the funding at a cost of $80 million for the Mountain Parkway, while at the same time bringing water and sewer lines to the city of Salyersville and the much-needed industrial park. Your vote is needed to continue the progress in the 92nd District, paid for by John Blanton.
Go with All Pro and you'll always get a perfectly finished project backed by decades of experience and thousands of satisfied customers. Always with the best prices on everything from small to large remodels, bathrooms to kitchens to entire homes, or turnkey new construction on everything from garages, homes to retail space. And seamless gutters too. And All Pro still offers 0% financing for up to 18 months and long-term low interest rates on those big projects. For an estimate, call this family-owned business today. We know that life cannot come to a complete standstill because of the pandemic, but we can make sure that you can continue to bank safely and securely by calling either branch of the Sagersville National Bank to schedule any in-lobby services, or by using either of our drive-thrus. Mondays through Fridays, the main drive-thru is open from 8 until 3, and the branch drive-thru is open from 8 until 5, and the branch drive-thru is also open on weekends, Saturdays 8 until noon. with ATMs available 24/7 at both locations. Or by taking advantage of our completely free 24-hour internet banking and bill pay, banking by phone, remote deposit, automatic payment services, and more. Sagersville National Bank, always making your banking easier and safer. Nearly everything today is about being safe and well, and Parkway Pharmacy has 2 great ways to get your prescriptions quickly, safely, and conveniently. Simply pull up curbside and call and let them know you're there, or circle around the building and drive through. And just in, a fresh inventory of Atalo, premium CBD oil and cream products for managing pain, anxiety, depression, rest, digestion, and more. All at Parkway Pharmacy in Salyersville.
I started this week by covering an additional 15 cases of the coronavirus confirmed here in McGoffin County over Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We had 7 cases confirmed for yesterday, 22 over the course of 4 days. We now have a total of 26 cases over the past 5 days, which means we're on track to set a new McGoffin County record, which currently stands at 30 cases for an entire week. Those new cases today, if you're doing the math, which total 4, include additional cases now confirmed in our Sagersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. First off, I didn't really have time to go into it yesterday, Pete, but I just wanted to kind of go there and let you kind of clarify, and I didn't even actually have time to refer to it on the program yesterday, but technically we were shown here in McGoffin County to be in the orange yesterday, and I don't want to say it was misleading because it was factual, but given the process, not entirely accurate. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, that's safe to say, because the state, on the weekend, the numbers we get on the weekend, sometimes they don't get all those numbers plugged into their system until Tuesday, and sometimes even Wednesday. So that's why they really wait till Thursday to decide on if the schools are going to be open the next week, because if they're going to be red or orange, because by Thursday they've got all the numbers for the previous week.
So we are, and I'll show the current map for today, which has just been received. We are officially back into the red, which is no surprise. We had 22 cases yesterday from Friday until yesterday. What do we have to add to that today, and can you elaborate on them?
We have 4 more cases today. 2 of the cases are just individuals, not related to school or churches or anything like that, just 2 individuals, and then the other 2 is related to the nursing home.
I just wanted to talk about the nursing home because I know that per our conversation yesterday, and I've got a press release from them that I'll go into in more detail in just a few seconds with my viewers, that they are working hard and were working hard prior to this in regards to fighting COVID-19, but it can't help but be a sense of concern for everybody. It can't help but be a sense of concern for everybody in the community just because of the age and health of a lot of folks there. So what's your conversations with the health department today?
Well, we've all got relatives or friends or somebody in the nursing home, and everybody knows, somebody that's in the nursing home, and they are mostly elderly. A lot of them are not, but they're still our friends too, and we worry about them and see them. But I will have to commend the nursing home. They have done everything possible to prevent the COVID from entering the nursing home, and now that it's there, they're doing everything to prevent it from spreading and to make sure the residents there are safe. I know 4 of the residents are hospitalized, and we just want to think about them because, like I say, they are at risk, at greater risk than most of the rest of us.
Now, going back to the subject of the nursing home, I did receive an official press release from them today saying that they had, of course, as we reported this week, learned of the initial 2 residents which tested positive while at the hospital, mind you, where they still are hospitalized. They say that their facility immediately completed testing on all of their residents to identify any additional positives. At this time, as of the time of this release, I should say, they had 231 negative, but as you heard Shepard say, 5 positive cases in residents. After that, those new tests were done for a total now of 7 cases involving residents and a number of cases as well, a smaller number involving staff at the facility, which has initiated their COVID unit that is separate from the general population. They say they are following very strictly all guidelines. The positive residents remain stable at this time. As you heard, 4 of them hospitalized. They say they will update the health department, families, and staff with weekly updates of any new positives. They are testing their residents weekly as well to identify any new positive cases. Other local COVID-19 news after that interview with Mr. Shepard. I questioned him about the Christmas parade. That's a month away, or would have been a month away, but as you can well imagine, that too has met the demise of the coronavirus pandemic. Not only was it going to be a logistical obstacle or nightmare, if you will, to try to have the parade, but preparing for the parade and putting all of the floats together would have been an even greater thing to overcome in regards to people coming together, working together, and the like. So, sad to say, for the first time in a number of years, there will be no Christmas parade, and as far as we know, any type of a celebration for the holidays here in Saggers. So I think that was to be expected, but it's heartbreaking nonetheless. I will have more COVID news and a lot to talk about weather-wise in just a few moments.
Hello, Bob Hutcherson here for Hutch Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paintsville. We have big news. Our credit rebuilding program can put you in a nicer, newer vehicle today. Get 0% financing for 84 months on 2020 Ram trucks. Slow credit, bad credit, or no credit, we can get you approved and save over $3,000 on the Chrysler Pacifica. And it all comes with the Hutch Guarantee.
There is never a good time for a breakdown. They will happen, and your car at some point is going to need some repairs and maintenance. And Black Smoke Performance is open and here with professional, fast, safe service. And they now have certified full air conditioning, diagnostics, and repair to keep you cool in whatever you drive. Black Smoke Performance, 349-8785. Go to Conley Tire in Staffordsville or ConleyTire.net right now and get $200 back on a new set of Goodyears, $100 on new Generals, Coopers, Bridgestones, and Mickey Thompsons, all with the smoothest balancing Snap-on has to offer. And if your ride has a light on, let their state-of-the-art Zeus diagnostic machine figure it out for only $35 at Conley Tire.
We know a lot about these parts. We know to get what you need to climb the gorge, you go to Miguel's, and afterwards you come back for a slice of their famous pizza. We know a great place for a relaxing weekend at the lake is in Paintsville. We know if you have a sweet tooth, you can't pass up a cone at Freezer Fresh Dairy in West Liberty. And we know if it's Friday night in the mountains, we'll be at the football field cheering on the home team. We know because we proudly serve these areas with the power to connect us all. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
I don't have today's COVID-19 numbers for Johnson County as of yet, but as of last evening at this time, they reported 7 new cases yesterday. A 42-year-old symptomatic male, a 4-year-old asymptomatic male, 32-year-old asymptomatic woman, 26-year-old symptomatic woman, 37-year-old asymptomatic man, 34-year-old symptomatic woman, and a 9-year-old symptomatic little girl. That brings Johnson County's case number to 367, 110 cases active. They have 6 people in the hospital at this time. And also, referring to another Eastern Kentucky nursing home, according to the Kentucky Department of Public Health, Riverview Healthcare in Floyd County has an outbreak as well. 11 new resident cases, bringing their total to 19 active resident cases at this time. 4 employees have tested positive. No deaths have been reported at that facility. We hope that number stays the same. Statewide, there was also talk about long-term care centers from the state earlier today. We'll cover that briefly. We'll also cover another day where we had another high number of deaths, another high number of cases, and again, our positivity rate has gone even higher, over 6%.
We continue to see significantly high cases, but for the backlog in a previous Wednesday that we saw, this would have been the highest Wednesday, which would have followed the highest Tuesday, which followed the highest Monday, which followed the highest Sunday, which followed the highest Saturday. And that's where we are seeing cases right now. Today we're reporting 1,864 new cases of COVID-19. We've now not just surpassed 100,000 cases, we're at 101,494. We have 927 Kentuckians in the hospital because of COVID-19, 235 in the ICU, and 110 are on a ventilator. What we see is a percentage, and I was looking at it today, of everybody who gets this virus ends up in the hospital, ends up in the ICU, and I think it's 1.4% right now end up dead. 1.4% may seem small, but 1.4% of a really large number, still a large number, and a lot of people lost. Today's test positivity rate, 6.07%. Now, the school guidance that we put out talked about it being applicable if the rate was under 6%. We're going to continue to apply it for this next week. And there are a couple reasons in that. One is it's not that much higher than 6% at the moment. But second, we're going to have so many red counties that it would be where our advice would be anyways, that there's going to be a widespread call based on the recommendations for us to work really hard next week.
We'll take a quick look at today's incident rate map in just a few moments, but speaking of long-term care facilities, another 105 residents tested positive in the last 24 hours, 60 staff members, another 9 deaths across Kentucky in regards to our nursing homes. Also, announcements of funding that's been put in place to help nursing facilities or long-term care facilities have more outdoor, weather permitting, visitation means, ways of doing so. Also noting that 330,000 tests as of this week will have been done in our nursing homes across the state of Kentucky. Also included in today's numbers, those 1,864 cases that the governor mentioned a few moments ago included 12 from McGoffin County that we have already covered this week, 10 from Floyd County. There were also 14 deaths announced today. The youngest, a 61-year-old woman. The second youngest, a 64-year-old woman as well from another part of the state. The 1,864 cases today officially putting Kentucky over the 100,000 case mark. And taking a look at the incident rate map, this was the one that I go back to quite often for the middle of September, the 15th, when there were only 9 counties in the red. McGoffin County was not anywhere close. And then October the 12th, about a month later, still only a small number of counties. Today, we have seen what is, I believe, our highest number of counties, 64 counties now in the red, 47 in the orange, and 0 in the green, only 9 counties in the yellow. And the positivity rate, as you heard the governor say, 6%, over 6%. McGoffin County right now at 31.7, Johnson County at 32.8, Floyd County 34.7.
Real quickly, before an updated weather forecast, an all-important one, because we've got some rain and some cold coming. Not at the same time. It's all going to be wet and not white. We're not anywhere close to that yet. It'll be here before you know it, though. Nevertheless, we are still staring at possibly up to 2 inches of rainfall before this next system rolls through with some cold, very cold air behind it.
But before that, I almost forgot and went straight to the weather. But before that, your McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar and a happy belated birthday wish, it says, to Bobby Wireman, who celebrated his birthday on Monday, from Tanya, Terry, Trenton, with lots of love and best wishes. Happy birthday, Bobby. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you. And birthday wishes to Larry Magnus, with a lot of love and best wishes and happy birthdays from your friends and from, most importantly, the family as well. Larry, happy, happy, happy birthday to you. And just a quick couple of reminders for you. Don't forget, open enrollment now underway, and the Big Sandy ad has SHIP counselors ready via the phone per the pandemic to talk to you and help you with that supplemental care. 886-2374 or 800-737-2723, 8 till 4:30 week daily. And the DAR still searching out there. They've had a wonderful response, they tell me, from the Syersville Independent and Your News Today. But just in case, they're still checking with all Vietnam veterans who may have served in country from May of 1955 through the end of the war to please get in touch with a DAR member. They wish to recognize them officially in the coming weeks. Contact Pam Wages at 349-1005 Wednesdays and Thursdays in the afternoons. And contact me when you've got a calendar announcement. It's always free. You just got to tell me so I can tell everyone about it. Lastly, this evening, via announcements, The McGoffin County Funeral Home has announced the passing of 62-year-old Teddy Marshall of Sagersville, who passed away on today's date. I'm told arrangements are still being made by the family at this hour and to be announced soon. Once again, 62-year-old Teddy Marshall of Sagersville. It's definitely fall and Christmas time at the seasonal shop. They've got new arrivals, front to back, new women's fall clothing with the latest styles and trends, leopard, camo, loungewear, cozy sweaters, and more. And they know these days are a little more relaxed with not as much travel and schedules aren't as packed, so they've got plenty of clothes for casual days at home or around town. Everyone loves a t-shirt, and they've got something for everyone, even the guys. Simply Southern has some amazing fall releases, and they have them all. Boots, bags, vests, Sherpas, accessories, their famous tees, and the home decor continues to arrive daily, and you'll fall in love with every new piece. No matter what your style, they've got pieces for you in your home. And as always, they offer in-town deliveries, curbside pickup, shopping over the phone, shipping, and registries. And their Facebook Lives are back, so follow their page for more information and pictures of new arrivals and deals of the day at the seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville.
Your state representative in the 92nd District is John Blanton, and in the last 4 years, he's been working hard. He's secured over $130 million for the district. In McGoffin County, he continued the funding at a cost of $80 million for the Mountain Parkway, while at the same time bringing water and sewer lines to the city of Salyersville and the much-needed industrial park. Your vote is needed to continue the progress in the 92nd District, paid for by John Blanton.
It's one of the most popular and most famous things we've ever done at your Sagersville Lee's. Well, except for our chicken and our biscuits and our wedges and our ice and our hot dogs and, well, you know what I mean. The $5 coupon is back in this week's edition of the Sagersville Independent. That's $5 off family specials. That's 16 or 20 pieces of chicken, any way you like it, with mashed potatoes and gravy, coleslaw, and biscuits, enough to feed the fam and more. $5 off. Clip the coupon. They'll even give it to you for free in a free newspaper at your Sagersville Lee's famous recipe. $5 off is back.
Hello, Bob Hutchison here for Hutch Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paintsville. We have big news. Our credit rebuilding program can put you in a nicer, newer vehicle today. Get 0% financing for 84 months on 2020 Ram trucks. Slow credit, bad credit, or no credit, we can get you approved. 0% for 72 months on the Jeep Compass. And it all comes with the Hutch Guarantee.
Same 6 decades of experience. Same undivided dedication and focus on winning your case. New location. The law offices of McFarland and Tinker are now located on Route 114 in the former McGoffin Farm Bureau location. Motor vehicle accidents, Social Security disability, SSI claims, wrongful death and workers' compensation and work injury cases. Call 349-9000. McFarland and Tinker. Now let's take a look at what's happening over my shoulder. You saw some sprinkles, some light showers starting to develop, and they're going to continue to work their way into the area. A frontal boundary moving in from the northwest is going to pick up what's left of Hurricane Zeta and travel over eastern Kentucky today into tomorrow morning, and rains will be a result, heavy at times possibly, and right now we could pick up another 2 inches, I believe, or a total of 2 inches, I think, for the most part, on the high end, for the viewing area between now and then. And again, a killing freeze, possible Sunday night. Now, there's the forecast for you as it actually shakes down. At this hour, 57 tonight, patchy fog, and 3/4 to an inch of rainfall for the rest of your Wednesday. And that's going to be a little while getting here in the heaviest form, but we could see an inch of rain during the overnight. For tomorrow, temperatures aren't too bad. Mid-60s at 66, north winds 5 to 17 miles per hour. But another inch of rainfall possible anywhere tomorrow, from 3/4 to an inch of rain set for tomorrow. And I think that's in totality, so possibility adding up to 2 inches between now and the end of your Thursday. And Friday, there's like a 20 to 30% chance of showers lingering before 7 a.m., so I'm going to leave it out of your graphic there, as I did. And we're going to see skies becoming sunny. It will be a little slow to get there, but gradually becoming sunny for your Friday. And look what that front does for temperatures. We only climbed from 43 in the morning to 49 for your daytime high on Friday. So becoming sunny, but frost that night as we'll get down into the mid-30s for nighttime lows. Saturday, pretty decent weekend as you saw, 58 and sunny. And then Saturday night, about a 45-degree low. And then look, another hit nighttime-wise, temperatures that is. For Sunday, mid-50s on your Sunday, but another round of cold air pushes in and puts us below the 30 mark. And that's where we have that really hard freeze, killing freeze expected. So if you want to hold on to those plants a little bit longer, you better take care of them on Sunday night. That's also going to be a short day after we set our clocks back Saturday night, Sunday morning. 56 and partly sunny Sunday, frost and some sun on your Monday, 46 degrees. Tuesday and Wednesday, mid-50s. A little frost starting off Tuesday again, but some sun for much of next week.
That's going to wrap it up for tonight. Tomorrow I'll be talking about what's out in this week's edition of the Tigersville Independent. A lot of election news, your sample ballot, and a lot of other voting information. If you have not cast your vote as of yet, we encourage you to do so. Also, Heather was to check in today with our county clerk's office to see what kind of voting numbers and percentages we are seeing here in McGoffin County as of yet. Now just less than a week away from the election. I think we're all glad this one's going to be over sooner than later. Nevertheless, I'll see you back here tomorrow night. And thanks for watching as always.